Yo, 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 this your boy East Coast Bose, aka Bose the Locust, the neighborhood host. Stay fly, stay focused, you heard? My boy Big Boosie out here ripping and running, man, he too busy, so I'm taking over Street Knowledge Podcast today, you heard? Got a bunch of things I want to talk about, maybe tell a couple of stories or two. But first off, starting off with the mayor, man, kicking my boy Jadakiss lyrics and all that. Jax, let's go.
And throughout it all, we will, in the words of Jason Terrence Phillips, better known as Jadakiss or J to the Moi, be outside. Because this is a government of New York, by New York, and for New York.
What does that mean to you?
He's outside. I mean, I think he was, being that he's so young, to show that his connection to the streets of knowing our music and knowing us and being, I think that helps. You know what I mean? A lot of the politicians use the culture the way they can use it. He actually has a little bit of knowledge. He came to my dressing room at the Woo show.
Yep.
So he put his boots on the ground and did his thing. I appreciate that. You can't, the New York mayor shouting you out from New York is
fine.
How could it be anything but a plus?
Been here from day one, I ain't gotta do shit. Was down in bad boy in 96, just ask Kiss. Him and Honey 6 was riding around in my whip. Styles left to take with a whip. Remember this? And I don't have to go and cool shit. Just ask Kiss. Mace was there 2050. He apologized to her 6. Real shit, hero shit, and I can get on dumb shit.
Alright, now we back. Okay, now. So I want to give y'all my opinion on that first. I think that's fire. I think that's dope for politics and for rap and hip hop to morph in that way. And on a lower level, because we seen what Obama did with Jay and all that, but for the mayor to get up there and kick lines from Jadakiss to get his point across to the people, I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? And what Jadakiss said, he was definitely right. You know what I'm saying? Jadakiss, my boy, man. We got over 30-year history, even before Bad Boy, when they was just the Warlocks. You know what I'm saying? And they had their pitch up in KP Kong on 145th and Broadway. That's a whole different era, even before Dipset, before all that shit that y'all hear about 145th and Broadway. We just talking about the era. You know what I mean? And since they had a poster in KB Kong called the Warlocks. And they had a pitch up there and it said the Warlocks. That was before they was the Locks, I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? But I remember that picture when I used to go on KB Kong to get shit, sneakers, snorkels, and all that shit they used to sell in KB Kong. My man Mike Boogie used to work in there and joint. I remember back in the days, you know what I'm saying? So I got a dope history with Jada and all them. So man, I respect what they do over the years, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a dope story. Let me take it back here. This was like my first or my second time out in Cali. I had just got back from Cali, right? So this is about what? Tupac had just got killed that year. I was in Cali when Tupac got killed. I remember that shit like yesterday. So I come back from Cali, and I remember I got off the plane. When I got off the plane, I called my brother. I'm like, yo, bro, let me hold a Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the plane. I remember just like yesterday. He like, oh, nah. So when I got to the crib, he let me hold a Navigator. So me and HUD took off. You know, that's an automatic. And me and HUD was on the run at that point. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth to Virginia, OOII. So we got the whip from my brother, and he went and picked Murder up. You know what I'm saying? He went and picked Murder up, Mase. He went and picked Mase up. So we all three together, we just riding around Harlem doing dumb shit, smoking, woo. And I guess Mase got the call. I don't know who got the call, whatever. He was like, yo, come on, let's shoot up the Yonkers. I'm gonna go get my man Jadakiss and them niggas. So at this point, I knew who they were. You know, they weren't famous yet. You know what I'm saying? I think they had niggas done started something. I think that song was out, so it was buzzing. So they was buzzing at the point. So we shot up to Yonkers. We riding around Yonkers. We looking for him. Think we found Styles P first. We picked P up. And then we went to Jada crib. I think Jada got a little sister because at the point she looked out the window. She was like, "Oh, he went this way." So we riding around. We found him. Woo. He was driving he was in some car. So that's how it was hard for us to track him down. So we actually kind of crossed paths with him coming down small roads in Yonkers. So we actually crossed paths. He's like, "Yo, follow me." We followed him. He parked the whip. He hopped in with us. So Murder like, "Yo, bro, let's go down to Bad Boy." So we all just we shot down the Bad Boy. So we listening to mad music, different shit. Mase letting us hear some of the shit he was working on at that time. That's before he even had an album out yet. He had just did a couple of features and all that. The same with the Locks, whatever. So we listening to dope music, we vibing in the vehicle, whatever. And then what happened? All right, so yeah, we get down to Bad Boy, and and at the same time, I had just got back from Cali. I think I'm talking about that same day. Like I got back that morning, and we took off. So now it's early afternoon. So now we down at Bad Boy. I'm telling them about my trip. Like, yo, whoa. I had met a couple of little girls and shit when I was out in Cali. So I called them. I called my cousins and put my cousins on the phone with them and my nieces and everybody going crazy. Oh shit, Mase. That type of trip at that time. Cause he had a couple of singles that already broke. Right. So we on the phone. We fucking with my cousins and Mase. I on the phone with them. Woo. So now bust this. So we up there. Somebody downstairs, they keep calling upstairs. They're like, "Yo, man, downstairs he wilding, he screaming, he yelling, nigga wilding out." So I remember Murder saying, "Who is it?" He was like, "Yo, some nigga named Pop Lotto or something." He's like, "Oh, that's my nigga Pop Lottie." So when I heard that name, I'm like, "Oh shit, Pop Lottie? Fuck Lottie doing down here?" It's my man from the Hill, from Broadway. I'm basically with HUD, Mase. So they all from down the hill, and then we got Jada and them. They from Yonkers. So and at the same time, being I was in Cali, I just did a bid right before that. I wasn't in tune what was really going on between him and Jermaine Reagan, and I wasn't in tune with half of that because I had just did a bid before I went to Cali. That was one of my dreams. I said, "Yo, as soon as I get out, I'm flying to Cali." So when I got out, I flew to Cali. I had a great time, stayed out there with the fam and all that. And then Tupac got killed. Shit started getting a little shaky out there. I ain't really had no issues because I'm up in Oakland. I'm not in LA. I'm up in Oakland. For those who don't know, when I say Cali, I'm talking about mostly in the Bay. All right, cool. So I'm out in the Bay. Tupac got killed. I come back. Okay, so now, boom, let's go back. We down at Bad Boy. So he said Pop Lottie. I'm like, Lottie? What the fuck Lottie doing down here? That threw me for a loop. Just to hear my nigga Lottie name, you know what I mean? For those who know Lottie, know his work, it's like, what the fuck Lottie doing down here? So, finally he get upstairs. He come in. Now, this is my first time I ever met Big. You know what I'm saying? And I swear to my mama, the aura, the energy in that room was different. I ain't gonna hold you because he was just sitting in the corner. It's kind of dark over there. I remember his eyes was wandering. I remember that. And we was kids. Like, we were young. So we on the phone over there. We calling Cali. I'm trying to call these different girls. And we acting a fool. But I always know, I just did a bid. I've been around some places. I noticed the silence. You know what I mean? I know the silence. So that's where I kept peeking. Like, okay, let me slow down with this kitty shit on the phone. Like I started to get on, on that type of time. But to make a long story short, so I remember Big being there. I think Puff came. Before Lottie did that. Because I remember looking at Puff to see his reaction about what Lottie did. You know what I mean? 'Cause Lottie, my man from Broadway, like, he from 33, you know what I'm saying? Like, so to make a long story short, so Puff came in first. He had two girls with him. He had that iceberg short sleeve. It was still kind of like warm. It was still kind of warm. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I remember he had the iceberg on, because iceberg was popping at that time with the Snoopy shit on it. But to make a long story short, and he had 2 white bros with him, word the mother, like some model looking girls. They like were real slender, whatever. So I recognized that. Boom, he's sitting down. Lottie comes in. Fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Flip it. Talking bananas. Wow. I was surprised. They respected it. Big ain't say nothing. I guess Murder kind of was like, yo, Lottie, what up, man? Chill out, chill, you know, whatever. He calmed it down real fast. We all laughed it off, but I remember keep looking at Diddy, because I'm like, yo, Diddy allowed him to do that. Like, you know what I mean? So that told me, like, Lottie must have been down here before. Like, Lottie been, you know, I was surprised. That was it. Like, I was surprised Lottie did that. All right, cool. So we in there, we doing that. I think we needed some more buzz. So we like, yo, we out. We back uptown type talk. So, and yo, Jada, man. Jada, Styles P. I've been looking for y'all so y'all could stand on this story, you know what I mean? Because I done told this shit in many yards, I done told this shit on many tiers, but many places down here around, you know, that's one of my highlights in life, you know what I mean? Just, you know, riding around and going to get y'all and going down to Bad Boy in the early years. This is 95, I would assume, like about 95, because, you know, that was when I did that bid, but just on the island with Pistol Pete. That big, you know what I'm saying? But to keep moving forward. So, all right, so we getting ready to leave. Diddy like, yo, take me to my car type shit. I remember this like yesterday too. Shit, I can remember this shit like yesterday. So Diddy like, yo, take me to my car. So, like I said, we had my brother Navigator. So, we downstairs, we wait for Diddy. He come down, whatever, he talking to security or whatever. He come across the street. We in the car playing Jada and them new shit. You know what I'm saying? We in the car playing Jada and them new shit. Jada, Styles P, them niggas could stand on this. One of my rhymes, I said that. You could ask Jada, he was there. I don't remember the fucking rhyme, but whatever. Probably Jax could swing it in there and give you that verse. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But I just talked about it on my new single, The Rotten Apple. But to make a long story short, to go along with that, we in there listening to new Jada and Styles P and them shit, new Lock shit, fire. The song I remember off that tape, I think that CD. The song I remember that we was playing a lot was that joint that go boom, 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 boom. It was that song. I remember that shit like yesterday, cause me and her played that shit. Cause right after that happened, when we did the part for them, they left their CD in our joint. We went all the way to VA with that shit and played that shit the whole ride, and they called us, and when we came back, we took it straight to them, bro. We ain't make no copies, no nothing. We took it dead right to them, bro. They remember that. But to make a long story short, okay, boom. So we in the vehicle, we listening to new Knock shit and all that. Diddy come across the street. He get in the joint. So automatically, because it was my brother's vehicle, Mase was driving. So Mase was driving this whole time. Even when we left Harlem, Mase was the one driving around Harlem or whatever. Mase was the one that drove us to Yonkers and to Bad Boy and he was the driver, bro. You know what I mean? He the one that drove all around. So Mase is in it, and it's my brother joint. So I'm in the passenger seat this whole time. I'm shotgun. All right, so cool. So when Puff come across the street, I just get out the front. I just get out the passenger seat. I just get out the shit, and slide the door, get in the back with the rest of the fellas, right? Hud, Jada, Styles P in there, right? So I get in the back. He get in, he close the door. He tell Murder, where he going? Right? So he tell me, where he going? So when he closed the door, he heard the music. He's like, yo, man, what the fuck is this? Jada was like, yo, that's our new shit. I said, my new shit, we was gonna let you hear it. Nigga pressed Jack, took the shit out and threw the shit. Word to my mother. Wow. story. I remember this shit like yesterday. You know what I mean? He took the shit out and threw the shit. We all in the back, cause I'm in the back now with the fellas. So I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at this nigga, and it's just word to my mother. I really wanted to say, yo, bro, what you touching my nigga? You touching my shit? Like, nigga, that's my vehicle. Like, fuck wrong with you, nigga? Taking shit, throwing shit. That's how I felt, cause I loved the Locks before I even met the Locks. You know what I mean? Just off the shit they was doing. They was already running around Harlem doing freestyles. Their names was already buzzing. You know what I mean? They had a picture inside KB Kong. This is, you know what I mean? This is before niggas done started something. So when they came out with that, with Mase, it just morphed Harlem and Yonkers at that time was just like Harlem and the Bronx.
How did they react when Puff threw the CD like that? How did Jada and them react?
They felt disrespected. Because we talked about that once Puff got out the car. But at that moment, they just stayed quiet. You know what I mean? They sucked it up. You know what I mean? Like young G's. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. They sucked it up like young G's, bro. You know what I mean? They sucked it up. He threw the shit. Boom. He threw the shit. I'm in the back with the niggas. So we all looking at each other. We looking at each other like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? Like, Puff cocky. He ain't even sweat. He ain't even think about it twice. He went and took something out. He put in some love song shit. Soon as Come Home and all this other shit, which would turn out to be Faith Evans' new album that was coming out.
I recently seen her in LA before I came back to NC like a couple months ago.
Right.
In the Playa del Rey area over there in LA.
Dope. I would love to get her on something just for GP. Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
She chilling. That's cool, man.
Word. So Puff put the Faith Evans joint in. So when we heard that, cause we smoking in there, we drinking in the truck, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We on a super duper vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like we chilling. So he broke the momentum with that, like not broke the momentum, but it was a quick change. Like we was just so drilled up on the blocks and you know we spitting that shit at that time, and then he throw the CD. I'm thinking he gonna put some big shit or something different in that we could be like, oh okay. That's crazy. You heard that? Like, you know, because Puff was known to surprise you with some dope shit now, as far as musically. Like, he'll come in, you know what I mean, and play some shit in the car. You'd be like, oh, that's some new shit that'll never come out. But to make a long story short, he put something in the joint, and it was slow songs. It was Faith Evans, her new album that came out later, whatever, when it came out after that. But, word though, that's crazy though, bro. The nigga took the shit out, he put the Faith Evans in. Now we all disrespected. Now we all in our seats like, yo, hold up. What the fuck is this nigga doing? Fire music. Even we respected it at the point when he did the shit and changed some gangster shit and put on some other shit. We still respected it because it was some good music. Even then we recognized it.
Did he want them to do like a feature on her joint?
Absolutely not. This is what we listening to. This is what we vibing to right now.
Oh, so okay.
But bottom line, he ain't say had nothing to do with them getting on anything.
Puff was a wild.
He just basically saying we not listening to that right now.
Okay.
This is what we listening to, and I didn't even never heard of Faith Evans at that point. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, because I'm like, who the fuck is that? The voice wasn't appealing in the beginning. Like I learned to love Faith. But at that very moment, hearing it for the first time, hearing that voice, it was raspy. I was like, what the fuck is that? You feel me? Like, what the fuck? Word. I remember that reaction. Okay, now moving along. So he put that in. He was able to play a couple of songs. That's what I said. We was able to respect it. Like, oh, okay, all right, he's cool. But so we take him to a parking garage. Shit go down. I remember that. That's all I remember. He had like a trench coat in his arm. I remember that shit. He had like a trench coat because he put the trench coat on. It was like, I remember him doing like this shit with his collar. They bought the valet, wherever he had the car parked, I guess they had a valet because by the time we pulled up, they was already like bringing the car up the hill. They brought it up, they parked it outside, 600 Benz, V12 joint. Remember that like yesterday? So we all like, okay. So as his car's coming up, Murder is still in the driver's seat. I done got out now. I done got back in the passenger seat. Make sure niggas they take my spot. We young, you know what I'm saying? So I jumped right out, got back in the passenger seat. So everybody in the car, I remember this like yesterday. So I don't really remember the circumstances why we were saying this. But we like, yo, bro, ask that nigga for some bread. Fuck that shit. Ask that nigga for some bread, bro. That's Puff, nigga. Murder like, nah, I ain't. And if I'm not mistaken, this was when Murder had the little orange 325 hatchback, like this little car, because everybody used to tease him about that little car at that stage in life. So we like, yo, bro, ask that nigga for some bread, bro. Ask that nigga for some money. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what we were telling him in the car. He got out and he asked him, yo, Puff, let me hold something. You know what I'm saying? Puff kicking it with him. They outside the car for a minute. They talking. Woo, 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 woo. We in the truck. We talk. So we all just like fans, bro. We just, you know what I mean? We all just looking outside the car, just trying to read his lips and trying to see a little bit. He get loud. You can hear what he said, type shit. And boom. So we could kind of see when Murder asked him for the bread, cause he kind of like gave him that look. Opened his car door. He went behind he went where the headrest is. It must have had a slit in the headrest. I don't know. Wherever he put his two fingers, he slipped his two fingers in. It looked like he slipped it right, because if nothing could, unless he had a pouch on the back of the headrest, he slipped his two fingers in the headrest, like on the side of the headrest. This headrest like this on the side of it. I remember that shit, and pulled out just like a wad of hundreds. I remember that shit like yesterday. Pulled out a wad. He peeled off a couple. I think he gave him like 300 or 400, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. He ain't give him no band, 2-3 bands, none of that. I gave him like a couple of hundred, and we was happy with that. You know what I'm saying? Cause we knew, and this is how real it was. We all, at least me. Let me stick on me, because I don't know. I can't say how everybody else felt, but when Murder got back in that car, we shot straight to the bud spot. But first, before we went back uptown, we tried to follow Puff. Word, we tried to follow Puff. We was like, man, let's follow this nigga, see where he going. Just doing dumb shit, young shit. We ain't even have a direction. Why? We was just gonna follow Puff, see where the fucking millionaire people go, type shit. So we was doing. We having fun, bro. We riding around smoking. We ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we try to follow Puff, bro. We followed that nigga up Park Avenue, all types of shit, bro. This shit was going up Park Avenue for real, right? Once that nigga got a whiffle, we was on that, following that nigga. He hit us with the smoke screen. Real smoke screen. Shit that had us like, type smoke screen. Word. Then he bent the corner. Boom. I said, we all loved it. Some fly dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit all the niggas talk about. You feel me? Nigga hit us with the smoke screen. Hey, yo, Jada, Styles P, man, I need you guys to come out and verify the story. Like I said it in my rap. And my new single that's coming out July 2nd called A Rotten Apple. Off my album that's gonna be coming out shortly after that called Voice of a Martyr. You know what I mean? The evolution of East Coast Bose. I got mad footage coming behind it with it, documentary, all that type shit. But Jada and Styles P, man, just certify the story, bro. Dig in the tapes and tell me not 95, because it's before 96. No, it was about 96 because Pac had just got killed when I was in LA. Well, did we come to Yonkers, snatch y'all, come down to Bad Boy? And everything I just said, bro. I remember like yesterday because it was a super highlight for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you guys every day. I cross y'all paths. I think the next time I saw you, Huddy was gone. We talked about it backstage when they threw the concert for him in the Bronx. You know what I mean? Saw you a couple of times after that. Came up to the juice bar one time. I had just missed you up in there in Yonkers. I was up there with my man Main Streets. But yeah, beloved. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, I've been running with them type of guys for 30 years, especially Jada and Styles P. Those my guys. Actually, last time I saw them was at the Madison Square Garden joint. That's where I saw them. Super love, bro. I got all the pictures. I got some of that shit on video. You know what I'm saying? I mean, super duper love, man. I ain't get love from my day ones, bro. One of my mans was acting super duper funny when he saw me over there with Cam and them, but that's all right though, man. I done cut my ties after the last time I saw you. You heard? You see what I'm saying? 45th side for real. You heard? But yeah. So all right, boom. So he hit us with the smoke screen. Niggas, we almost crashed, and we loved it. I could see it in my mind, bro, because the way he did it, and then he bent the corner, boom. So once the smoke cleared, and we got to the next light, we already seen it. He was going. He was already flying up. He was going. I say, oh, we loved it. It was some fly dope Harlem shit, actually. You know what I mean? But right. So then after that, we flew straight back uptown. And we felt, you know, murder was due. Since homie just gave us some bread, you know what I'm saying? So he had to get the bud and pay for the food, and you know what I mean? And he did it because it was a win for the team. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he ain't feel like, yo, he gave it to me, and he ain't give me that attitude at that point. You know what I'm saying? That's when HUD and Murder was running hard at that time before Murder went to Atlanta and all that other shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, dope Jadakiss story. I got plenty of them though. Like I said, man, I saw him at the joint in the Bronx for the Huddy 6 joint. Backstage, we kicked it, you know. But I never brought this story up though. See, you know what I mean? I've been looking for them lately to certify this story because I tell it all the time. Like I said, it's one of my stories when I talk about the Bad Boy era or, you know what I mean, Jadakiss and Styles P or whatever. That's one of my more organic stories with them. You know what I mean? Anything after they became the Locks, like the 29, you know what I mean? Top 5 Dead or Alive, and they got a 25-year history of just, you know what I mean, being authentic. That's today, but I'm talking about the authenticity they had before they were stars. You know what I'm saying? When they were still official. That's what I'm saying. Like the people they are today, they was the same guys then, bro. To me, like, real niggas don't change, man. Just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We just get a little better with it, get a little realer with it, get a little older. Like, priorities change, but real shit don't change. You know what I mean? Honor don't change, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what age you are. You got it or you don't, bro. If you're a sucker or you not. You know what I mean? That's just, you know what I mean? That's just how I look at it as far as those terms, bro. So, but we are the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? I rock with it. You know what I mean? Where else we can go with it, Jax? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a dope one for you. I got mad stories for you though, bro, on so many different levels. But as far as the Locks, that's one of my most organic joints. You know what I'm saying?
Let me we got you up here. Let me get your take on Jay and Dame situation. You know, Jay just popped out at the Roots picture.
Horrible.
And then you heard
horrible.
what he said about
I'm gonna be honest with you.
And Dame's response.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Being from that era, you know what I'm saying? And when I say that era, I'm talking about the Bronx, the Harlem and the Bronx era, the Brooklyn and the Queens era. You know what I mean? When Brooklyn's in the house, when you heard Tupac say, when Brooklyn's in the house, and niggas are scared to say they from anywhere else, I come from that era. You feel what I'm saying? And so I'm saying that to say, Jay did some real Brooklyn shit. That era of Brooklyn nigga shit. Today, Brooklyn is different. But back then, Brooklyn was known for being what it was known for. You know what I mean? The roughest, the toughest, and the grimiest. You get what I'm saying? Even Big said, snatch your number one mom pendant, take the bamboo earrings out of bitch ear type talk. That was Brooklyn. Okay. You know what I mean? I don't gotta be broke. I'm still taking a bitch number one mom pendant off her chain, bro, because I just want it. I'm taking that. Okay. Giving it to my shorty. She's the number one mom now type. You know, you feel me? Okay. So Jay just did Brooklyn sucker shit, bro. And Dame did some good-hearted Harlem shit, in my opinion. You feel me? And we talking about those eras. I mean, I'm not talking about today's Brooklyn. We're not talking about today's Harlem. We talking about back then. You know what I'm saying? Where Brooklyn niggas was on it. Like the name, when you say Brooklyn, it meant be careful, beloved. You smell me? On all different levels.
Do you think the performance when Jay was next to Beans and Freeway, do you feel like that was like they was generally like happy to be next to Jay?
Nah, bro, that was an eat move. And you see, you got to look at it from more, and I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, so I could look at it from both angles. Yeah. Beans and them, I can't say they did wrong. I gotta eat, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga can't, man in my city, first of all, for Hov to do that in Philly, violate people, but bring Philly niggas to back him was whack. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gonna go out there and shit on niggas, don't bring me up here with you. You feel me? Cause I'm already fucked up and I don't need more bad attention. Cause everybody you diss now, I basically can't never really say much to after this. You feel me? I'm letting Philly down basically by even letting you being on the stage with you, sucker. I should be trying to stop you from getting up here because how you left us. You know what I mean? Me and all the other Philly guys, regardless of how they deal with each other, if Skino is beefing with him or if whoever is beefing with whoever, that's not our business. You feel me? As a whole, as Philly, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I wish they would have stopped him. Like, yo, bro, we ain't getting with that, and we gonna throw chairs at this shit. Like, you feel me? Like, we gonna make a little ruckus to show you that you weren't really welcome here, bro. You feel me? Type talk.
But you think they went along with it because they got that money?
Because of the money and the roots. We're hoping that the roots call me again for something else.
Did you peep how Jay, he took a stab at Quest when he was like, Quest introduced him
to something right.
he was like,
Jaguar right.
Yeah, I don't even know why I still fuck. What do you think about that statement?
It was a cute jab. You know what I mean? And I think well, hey man.
I feel like Jay treated that performance almost like he was at some kind of roast or something.
Right, but and that's what I'm saying. Like, Jay took advantage of the situation. I don't think that Questlove and them from the Roots really wanted you to go up there and do anything controversial on our time.
Right.
Not that bad. In your name, and you're kind of basically naming people. Like, I think he said, did he say Jaguar right name? Did he say her name? Yeah, right. Right. So stuff like that, and all this insinuations you're doing on our time, bro. This is the Roots picnic, bro. You feel me? Right. You could have did that shit on your album or some fucking song and put that shit on. Why come here and do it in Philly? And bring Philly guys out here like they really with you, but you paying them to make them look like that. It's just whack.
That's a crazy perspective.
It's just, yo, bro. That's the only way I'm seeing it from the outside looking in, bro. You actually violated Philly for doing it, saying for taking a good Roots. The Roots I look at as good vibes. Like anything with the Roots and Questlove in them, I look like I give it good vibe. I give it a jazz. I give it an older demeanor type of situation. So for what you did with some battle rap shit, like you on Smack DVD, you feel me? And you took that opportunity. Smart. Well, if that's what Jay do, that's what Jay do. You know what I mean? He took an opportunity like that. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Brought Philly niggas out with him. Paid them probably, threw them peanuts. He never like Oskino said. You're not gonna see him again. He's not even thinking about y'all ever again until he think he needs y'all again for whatever reason that may be. It is what it is. So that's my opinion of it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's their business though. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really tripping off that. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Or.
All right. Well, you know, I ain't really got no more questions for you. That's pretty much the only current events, you know, we worried about over here at Street Knowledge Podcast. So.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate it, man. You know, like I said, man, Big Boo's running and gunning, man. Shit, East Coast Bose in the building.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Dope segment. Dope episode.
Yeah, man. But I got some stories for y'all, man. Like I said, man, I got 1,000 stories, man. Like, you know what I mean? Even talking about the heavyweight champion, man. A lot of people from Harlem know the story, you know what I'm saying? But I had a situation with Mike, so we'll talk about that on another episode or whatever. But yeah, man, let's talk about some shit. Man. I got a bunch of shit to throw out now, then, and forever, bro. You know what I mean? I've been up and around the world twice, literally. Right. So yeah, man, let's do it, bro.
You got some music projects coming too as well, right?
Absolutely, man. You know, me and the boy Muga. We trying to run it up. You know what I mean? Me and the boy Muga Mase, we trying to run it up. I got a couple of projects coming out, man. I got a joint, me and Muga Mase. Shit gonna be fire, man. We ain't even get a name for that joint yet. Me and B Twizzy, we got a project coming out. Maybe I shouldn't even name that joint right now. Shit is so tough, bro. I don't want nobody to take that from us. But me and my boy B Twizzy, we got a stupid duper dope project coming out. We're working on the Cream Team joint. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Trife, what up, man? My boy DJ Trife, man. That's Nelly's DJ. He be on the road with Nelly and all that. He said some fire. So my boy DJ Trife, boy, I'm about to fire his joints up. You know what I mean? So we got the Cream Team joint, American Cream Team, man. We back. What else I got shaking, man? I got my shit coming out. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, the evolution of East Coast Bose, Voice of a Martyr, the evolution of East Coast Bose. I got that joint getting ready to drop. I got a single coming out July 2nd called The Rotten Apple. That's about to take off, man. And that's why I said that Jadakiss shit. I'm gonna see if I can get Jax to swing that in, bro. That's why I was talking about that whole episode. But everything I just told y'all, I just put that in a rhyme maybe a couple of months ago. So that's how real it is, and it's gonna be the same story. You're gonna hear. I'm saying a little more, but I ain't gonna say all that right now. But yeah. So The Rotten Apple, July 2nd, that's dropping. While we got Jax here, man, me and Jax gonna do another joint for that. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. I'm working. Oh, me and my boy G Heezy, we got a project coming out that's gonna be on a different. See, all these different projects is different feelings, different attitudes, different people. None of this shit is the same. All of this is different type of vibes. Some of this shit got a lot of jazz in it. Me and the joint Heezy got a stupid grown and sexy type of music. The joint me and He's got fire. Super duper Maxwell, Miguel type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Super duper smooth. Me and my boy G Heezy, we got some fire. Me and Twizzy shit, it's more hip hop. Me and Mooga love boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Mooga love more boom bap. So our project got half boom bap and half of my sound. Cause you know what I mean? I'm more energetic. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do is with energy. So my music is more energetic. His music is more boom bap, laid back. We got a mix of that. You know what I mean? He's shit, the shit we got with me and he's, like I was saying, that got such a smooth, dope vibe that I just went with that whole vibe. I didn't even really add too much of my energy. Like, you know, I just got into that energy. You know what I mean? On some laid back, smooth, you know what I mean? Sitting on the top of the hill, like, you feel me? On the loft type, pretty loft type shit, you know what I mean? I got on that type of vibe, actually, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be dope, man. I'm throwing out singles of it, like Bipolar. Have y'all heard the joint I got on Bipolar on my Instagram? Yo, my Instagram, at East Coast Bose. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I gotta remember to start doing that. At East Coast Bose is my Instagram, man. Tap in. Bose Buckingham on Facebook. Tap in. Yeah, boy, your boy East Coast, man. So yeah, man. So I got some stories for y'all, man. We gonna keep doing this, man. Shit, I got mad stories for y'all, bro. Shit, shit.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. Go ahead and take us out.
It was a pleasure, man. Street Knowledge Podcast. Your boy East Coast Bose, aka Bose the Locust, the neighborhood hocus. Stay fly, stay focused. At East Coast Bose.